Funding for the Iowa Girls High School Basketball Championships is provided by
The path to greatness starts early. The Iowa Farm Bureau believes in Iowa's youth and their pursuit of greatness. That's why we're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Each student's effort is important, and when one rises, we all rise to a better Iowa.
Fairway, along with Nabisco, TruMoo, Frito-Lay, and Sara Lee, is a proud sponsor of the 2016 Iowa Girls High School Sports Championships. We congratulate all the schools and student athletes participating in this year's Girls High School State Basketball Championships. Fairway, proud to care for the places we work and live.
By Musco Lighting, the sports lighting specialist, providing lighting systems for you, your project, and your community.
I am a farmer.
I am a great cook.
I am a small town girl.
I'm a city boy.
I'm a banker.
I'm an Iowa banker.
No matter who you are, there is an Iowa banker who is ready to help you get where you want to go. Iowa Bankers, allowing you to discover the genuine difference of Iowa banks.
Mid-American Energy, diversifying the ways we generate electricity by investing in wind generation capacity in Iowa. Information is available at midamericanenergy.com. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome to downtown Des Moines, where the long-time annual tradition of girls basketball continues here at Wells Fargo Arena. It's the destination for an exciting evening of Iowa high school hoops on our first night of 2016 girls tournament coverage here on statewide Iowa Public Television and our pregame show ahead of two key championship games. Hello, everybody. I'm Paul Yeager inside Wells Fargo Arena here at our on-site sports desk. Tonight, we bring you the championship games, the highlights, in-depth features, and analysis from high school coaches. But first, we'll jump right into tonight's matchups and the 1A and 2A championships and show you how these teams made their way to the big stage. Turkey Valley, #1 in 1A, their first trip to state. Burlington Notre Dame, the 2014 champs. And that girl, Riley Kilbride, has been here all 4 years of her career because she's made shots like that. She's knocking down threes like they're going out of style. She had 18 on the game. Shelby Wrights, the best player for Turkey Valley in terms of statistics and making her teams better. Just great transition layups there and jumpers. But Burlington not going away. That's Gabrielle Kelker. She would have 14 points on plays like that. Great fancy scoop. And another one right there. Burlington Notre Dame would actually lead going to the locker room, up 32-31, but it was an entirely different story in the second half, mostly because of that girl, Morgan Kennan. Great play as they team on Wrights. She just goes to the hoop and says, oh, by the way, I'll lay this one in here for 23 points. She also had 9 boards. Look at this inbounds play. Gets along that weak side and puts in 2 more. Over everyone, Morgan Kennan puts the Turkey Valley Trojans in the finals, 79-67. The Nikes again knocked out in the semifinals. Who would play? Well, that would be a rematch of last year's Class 1A game between Springville and Newell Fonda. Newell Fonda, the defending champs from North Central Iowa. Abby Smith would hit a baseline shot there, and then she makes a move to the hole and puts another one in the basket. Smith would finish with 10. And then the rebounding parade would begin. That's Alyssa Yeager. She gets the board and the putback. And then Yeager on the team passing drill gets another layup. She'd finish with 12. But the super sophomore, Michaela Nahazel, she gets the feed and lays it in. She'd have 7 rebounds, 15 points on plays like that. The second half, as Springville would lead by 4, Newell Fonda trying to make something happen. They've been here a lot of years because of play like that. Erin Gerke lights it up from outside. She'd hit a couple of threes. There's her other one. She'd finish with 21. But Nahazel, as we call them, the quote-unquote experienced bunch from Springville, Nahazel gets the feed for the layup, and again, some great footwork. Turnaround in the paint. Springville wins. They're back in the title game. 59-52 with the win over Newell Fonda. Let's break this one down for you with our game analyst. Molly Parrott will handle Class 2A and 4A. We'll have her in just a moment, but Laura Leonard, we start with you. You've got 1A, 3A, 5A, and you start with #1 Turkey Valley and Springville. Springville played in that title game last year. Coach Sanderson calls it, it's like an old sweater being here at this place. This is an experienced team.
Well, it's experienced, but they're young. They have 4 sophomores that start for them, and they all play major roles for this team. So they've been able to get back to the title game. They lost a year ago. I think they use that as motivation to build their season around that. And then they hit a stumbling block midway through the season because they met up with Turkey Valley, and they lost that ball game. So they want to get the state title, and they want to get a little revenge here tonight.
So they've got one demon down, Newell Fonda. They've got another demon from that game that was played the rivalry weekend in Cedar Rapids. So, but this is a team with a lot of weapons. We talk about Megan Wagaman. We talk about Riley Menster, Michaela Nahazel. All of them, Laura, in double figures averaging per game.
And that's amazing for that young of a team, and they're very balanced. But you talk about Michaela Nahazel on the season, almost 15 points a game. Here in the tournament, averaging 19.5. She's had 2 monster games and really came through for them yesterday.
A lot of the game is mental. We talked about with Coach Sanderson. He says, he takes it from Gino Ariema, the head coach at UConn. He says, during the regular season, you can do no right. During the postseason, you can do no wrong. He's only talking about good things. And that's one way he's trying to get him to win that title this year.
Well, every play counts when you get to this game. You have to hustle, you have to dive on the floor, get loose balls, you have to run out of bounds, get that loose ball that's going, and everything counts right now. You want to get that state title under your belt, and you've got to give 100% effort.
All right, let's talk about Turkey Valley. They're #1, oh, by the way, in the state. Undefeated, 26-0. They, too, have some great players. We saw a lot of Morgan Kennan, but really Shelby Reichs, if you double up her, but she's hard to do that, too.
Well, and teams will try to do that. They will try to double on her, but she does such a great job of seeing the floor and finding her teammates. She will set her teammates up very well, and she did that yesterday, set up Morgan Kennan very well in that semifinal game.
Well, you know, the old saying goes, the last one out of town, turn out the lights. I think there's one person in Jackson Junction tonight. They're all here. Incredible turnout for the Trojans.
They have been loud, and they have been excited to be here, their first state trip. And it is exciting when they're in the building. It's probably the loudest that I've heard it in a long time with Turkey Valley in the house.
All right, that's 1A. Let's talk about 2A now, because that was also an exciting game. A couple of semifinals that went down to the wire, and one of them, another one, not so much. But let's find out how our finalists got here. Okoboji, they down Pekin in the quarterfinals. And Western Christian, champs in 2014, but lost in the semifinals last year. Okoboji keeping it close early on. Emily Wentz, she gets the nice move inside. And she would continue to do that as she would just drive and split the defenders, and then she would get the block call, and she'd go to the line for 1 there, and Wentz would finish with 16. Kara Moss, though, for Western Christian, she gets the bunny and puts it back up. And in the second half, though, it was a whole lot of Wolfpack. They would roar to an incredible performance, mostly because of Moss. Look at that turnaround shot. Not even really looking at the basket. Call that a J, but really it's Ashton Verbeek that makes this team go. That up and over for the layup, Verbeek. Look at this move. And 1 on the fingertip roll. She'd have 24 points, 16 rebounds, because she'd make plays like that. Turn around and 1 more on that one. Western moves on to the final for their 4th time in 5 years. Would it be a rematch from a team they know very well, Unity Christian, or would it be the Regals of Iowa City? The Regals, many of these girls were on that state championship softball team from last summer. Unity Christian, I'm pretty sure they've changed their zip code in the month of March. They've spent so much time in Des Moines. Anna Keel leading this group. But early on, it's Grayson Dumont for the Regals. Back-to-back threes. Look at that one. Splash. Dumont would have a good game for the Regals. Anna Keel in transition up ahead to Josie Blancaspor. The layup. Blancaspor again for 2. She'd have 7 points. But it's a tough 1-2 combo Shanda Zomerman, the three at the horn to end the half, up 23-10. The Knights would extend the lead to almost 20 points early on in the second half, but the Regal says, we're not going anywhere. Grayson Dumont hits another three. She finished with 12, all of them three. Then Cami Verducci brings rain with that one. 3 of her 6 came in back-to-back plays. Anna Keel inside. Pretty one right there off the left side. And then Keel would get the rebound. She would finish with 24 rebounds. It's a tie, a tournament record. And she'd get the putback, and she'd also score 18 points. Unity wins it 53-45. And Molly Parrott, we talk about Unity. This is a team, they are the defending champs. However, they started a little bit slow against West Branch in the first quarter. Then in that fourth quarter against Regina, a little hesitation in things. Can't do that tonight.
Well, it's interesting coming into this game that Unity, even though they are the defending champs, they come into this game ranked 3rd in the state. Well, that's because Western is ranked number 1, who they will play tonight. Western getting the better of that mid-season matchup. And as you mentioned, Unity just needs to be more consistent for 4 quarters. They were too slow to start against West Branch, and they didn't quite finish. Took their foot off the gas pedal against Iowa City Regina. Tons of credit to Iowa City Regina. They really had nothing to lose at that point, started bombing away from 3, knocked some shots down, but it was really just too much Anna Keel down the stretch. Anna
Keel is part of that 1-2 punch that we talked about. Shanda Zomerman from the outside. She's going to go play golf and basketball at the next level. Anna Keel, not too bad of a volleyball player either. That's her plans for her second career. So if this is it for her tonight on the basketball stage, probably wants to hoist that trophy.
It was fun to talk to Anna after the game yesterday. You can tell that she's very passionate about the game of basketball, loves her teammates, loves her coaches, has had a really wonderful experience at Unity, but will play volleyball at Iowa State for the Cyclones next year, and this will probably be the last basketball game of her career as far as we know, and she would love to go out a winner. For a volleyball player, and don't take offense for volleyball players watching, a lot of volleyball players don't tend to like that physical play. Anna loves it. She grew up with 3 older brothers on the farm, and she definitely loves that physical play.
We'll hear a little bit more about Anna coming up at halftime. A great story there. This is a rematch, though, Molly, of the regular season. These two teams know each other extremely well.
Well, I was told that as the crow flies, there are 16 miles between these two schools. Many of these young ladies went to grade school together, and then as they came up through the ranks, had to choose between Unity and Western. So they know each other very, very well.
So Western, very experienced in the spotlight. We mentioned just how dominant Bill Harmson's group has been in recent years, and they're on the cusp of doing it again.
Well, they won state championships in 2012, 13, and 14. That's a pretty impressive run. And then this last fall, didn't win state basketball a year ago, but came back in the fall with a vengeance, won the state volleyball championship. Volleyball fans know how strong Western Christian is on the volleyball court every year. A lot of winning goes on in Western Christian. Both of these school districts do a lot of things well.
Well, part of the reason for that Western Christian volleyball experience is some gal named Verbeek, who, by the way, has a daughter who plays on this basketball team, Ashton. She's only a sophomore, 16 rebounds and 24 points in the semifinal. She's averaging 23 points a game in this tournament. She is just dynamic.
Very fun to watch, and she's just a sophomore. Again, loves that physical play. And talking to her yesterday, I talked a little bit about having her mom coach her during volleyball season, and she said, Mom's great. She really kind of goes into mom mode during basketball season. So her coach Verbeek, incredibly successful as a volleyball coach, but nice to see that she can kind of pull back a little bit when her daughter's on the hardwood. Ashton is very fun to watch, very versatile. Saw some excellent highlights of how strong she is. Had several and ones that she converted on in the second half yesterday.
Well, and there is a father-daughter combination for Western, as Coach Harmson has his daughter on the squad. He was asked yesterday by a television crew, what's that going to be like to coach your daughter for the last time? And he didn't want to answer that question because, you know, he might be this big tough guy on the outside, but inside, it's going to be a tough night.
Well, he said, when asking about coaching his daughter for the last time, he said, she's just like me. She is cut from the same cloth as far as wearing her heart on her sleeve when she plays. There were a couple of instances yesterday. She got in a little bit of foul trouble, didn't necessarily agree with those calls, and you can tell, wasn't too pleased. Definitely her father's daughter.
All right, so Laura, you've been here a lot. You've seen this tournament for a number of years. This is just, everybody's smiling. I'm having a hard time keeping. I know you're excited about tonight.
You know, this is really the best time of year, and it's right here at Wells Fargo. This tournament is the ultimate. It is the best. I know all these players, all these fans that make the trek down to Des Moines are so excited to be here. And really, that's the goal of everybody when you start back in November. You want to make it to Des Moines to win a state title. And I'll tell you what, the crowds this week have been fantastic. They've been loud and they've been raucous, and that's what makes it so fun.
You got some teams that travel well. We kind of joked about Turkey Valley traveling well. You got a couple of schools in that last game very close by, so you know they probably were driving in tandem, the Unity and Western fans, as they were making their way down here as well.
Well, and as Laura said, it's very loud in this facility, and it's so great. Being an Iowan, native Iowan myself, and you'd love to see the support that these young people have in the pursuing a passion that they really have. It's really great to have that support from their communities.
Have a little fun tonight, ladies. You got great seats.
We have great seats, and I think we're going to have some great games. Both matchups very good in the 1A and the 2A. I think we're going to have exciting ones.
All right, that's Laura Leonard. That's Molly Parrott. Thank you so very much for joining us here in the pregame show. And now we're going to talk about another exciting involvement, and that is with John Sorensen from the Iowa Bankers. So, John, why are the Iowa Bankers involved in this tournament?
Well, Paul, those of us who grow up in Iowa know that Iowa banks are much more than a place you go to for financial services and getting a loan for buying a home or starting a new business. They're also a big part of providing leadership in their communities and resources to schools, community groups, and others. This is a way for us to give back to the youth in the community and make an investment in our future.
I think one of the hardest jobs you have, though, is sorting through these quality applicants you have for these scholarships. How do you do it?
Well, it's incredible. I've done this for a number of years now, and it's like the kids keep getting better. I mean, they're smart. They're involved in so many activities, extracurricular activities, basketball, music, you name it. And that's the kind of all-around involvement and leadership that we like to recognize and promote in our communities.
It gives you great promise for the future of this state.
It does. And part of it, we want to prepare these kids as they move on to college and look for career opportunities, and hopefully those will be in Iowa.
All right, and again, this tournament is just always a great time to be here, and I know you're very happy about your partnership.
Great time to be here. Long history, the Iowa Bankers Association involved with IPTV and the tournament, and we thoroughly enjoy it.
All right, John, thank you so very much for being here.
Thank you, Paul.
And part of the great portions of this program is the pageantry. Let's go downstairs to our PA announcer and Scott Enyart.
Please welcome the All-Iowa Honor Dance Team under the direction of Kathy Enyart as they perform for your pregame entertainment. Choreographer for the pregame show is Lois Turnage of Pleasantville. 50 dancers will now perform to R-O-C-K in the USA. Ladies and gentlemen, the All-Iowa Honor Dance Team.
Come from the cities and they come from the smaller towns. And beat up cars with guitars and drummers go crack, boom, bam. R-O-C-K in the USA. R-O-C-K in the USA. R-O-C-K in the USA. Yeah. Rockin' in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor our veterans, military personnel, and their families. Tonight's flag bearer is Cassidy Krekow from Pleasantville. The national anthem will be sung by Aria Jensen of Waverly Shell Rock.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The All-Iowa Honor Dance Team.
All right, we'll be right back with a full night of basketball. The 1A and 2A championships are coming up next on statewide Iowa Public Television.
Rock the beat.
Each student's effort is important, and when one rises, we all rise to a better Iowa.
Fairway, along with Nabisco, TrueMoo, Frito-Lay, and Sara Lee, is a proud sponsor of the 2016 Iowa Girls High School Sports Championships. We congratulate all the schools and student athletes participating in this year's Girls High School State Basketball Championships. Fairway, proud to care for the places we work and live.
By Musco Lighting, the sports lighting specialist, providing lighting systems for you, your project, and your community.
I am a farmer.
I am a great cook.
I am a small town girl.
I'm a city boy.
I'm a banker.
I'm an Iowa banker.
No matter who you are, there is an Iowa banker who is ready to help you get where you want to go. Iowa Bankers, allowing you to discover the genuine difference of Iowa banks.
Mid-American Energy, diversifying the ways we generate electricity by investing in wind generation capacity in Iowa. Information is available at midamericanenergy.com. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.